Wake up. I know times are getting hard, but we're gonna laugh hard as well. Let's get into it.
Give me your wig, give me your wig, give me your wigs. You don't know what to do with it. Give me your.
Welcome to my side of the galaxy. I'm Adrian, and I want to make sure that you're going over to patreon.com/AdrianExpression and checking out all the things I have available, but also making sure that you check out the latest episode of my podcast that I put up on Tuesday, and it's called Shit Is Getting Real for very obvious reasons. I know that last video I promised you guys I would cover the Democratic debates. In the podcast episode, that's exactly what I did, among many other topics that the patrons wanted me to talk about, so make sure you check it out. Now, this social distancing or this quarantining, if that's what you want to call it, has a lot of things going out of whack. It's just like very strange things are happening. I don't know if I need to call Zatanna. I don't know if I need to call Wanda, Scarlet Witch, to help set reality back on track. Beyonce was using Twitter. Now, for those of you who are active at all in any way on social media, especially on Twitter, like I said, you will know that it's extremely rare for Beyonce to be logged in on anybody's Twitter account. And you know, that may be a little bit false because I'm sure that she has a whole bunch of burner accounts. That's the only way. Maybe somebody from her team tells her that there are tweets that she could be interested in, but either way, her actual Beyonce Twitter account never has any activity. So today, Jasmine tweeted, she said, you know what, girls, we need to go ahead and have a cute little homecoming watch party since all you girls are locked up in your homes and your apartments. Let's just go ahead at 9 p.m. Eastern time, have a cute little homecoming watch party and let the girls have the time of their lives. And we're like, okay, girl, that's real cute. Some of us were interested, others were, planning on doing different things. Then Beyonce retweeted this shit on her actual account. We were just like, sis, huh? Now, it's my opinion that the good sis might be really bored. She might be extremely bored. Maybe she wanted to go on tour this year and Miss Corona popped up like a pimple and said, girl, no ma'am. So now she's all on Twitter. I already knew she was lurking on Twitter and social media like that, but now she's all on Twitter and she's saying, hey, guess what? Go ahead and stream Homecoming one more time so I can see these numbers rise up in my account. Go ahead and stream it, and that's that on that. Beyonce, while you're here, there are many things that we need to be talking about while you're on social media. There's so many things we need to ask you for the Formation World Tour DVD. There's a whole lot of behind the scenes that I want to see. We need to ask you what's going on with this new album. It's a lot of things. You popping up like a damn groundhog. It's like, where you been, sis? Retweeting people's tweets. If you don't get yourself in the studio, sis. Speaking of black queens, Normani did a cute little advertisement for the Avon lady for Miss Fenty herself, and she was looking stunning as usual, and she tried to give us a cute little sultry voice talking about, I wear Savage X for my damn self. I said, okay, sis. And Normani, it does seem like you may need a word of encouragement when it comes to music. So since you're talking about wearing Savage, you wear Savage X for your damn self. I hope that you get in the studio for your damn self. I hope that you know that I want that album for my damn self. I hope you got another single coming so I can listen to it in my headphones only for my damn self. Since you over here talking about Savage, like you think you Megan Thee Stallion or something. Get your ass in the studio, girl! No, but she looks beautiful. I don't know how to feel about these celebrities. Beyonce getting more streams and Normani. All these people making money moves while the rest of us are sitting here locked up like Hector from season 3 of Castlevania. And since we're still on the topic of black queens, Emilia Clarke. So Emilia Clarke did an interview with the Times in the UK, and she talked about the ending of Game of Thrones. I scoured the interview. I looked up and down. I searched through every single paragraph looking for a lie, looking for something that was untrue coming from Emilia Clarke's mouth, and I found nothing. Okay? Regarding how Daenerys passed the hell away due to Jon Snow's, you are my queen, oh mopey ass. She said, yeah, I felt for her. Felt for Daenerys. I really felt for her. And yeah, I was annoyed that Jon Snow didn't have to deal with something. He got away with murder, literally. And I'm just like, sis, I completely understand the Dothraki. We're sitting here saying, if anybody kills our Khal, or in this case, Khaleesi, that we must avenge their deaths. And the most intense thing that they did to Jon Snow was glare at him. But we all know who we have to thank for that horrible ass writing for the whole entire season. From the interview, Emilia Clarke says, just like anybody else, with a brain. She says that the show could have handled its final season better if it ran for more than just 6 episodes. We could spun it out a little bit longer. She says that, a lot of the focus, because of the scale of the show, was on all the action sets and the action sequences and all of that. But she says that a lot of it could have been done better if you focused more on the dialogue and the interpersonal relationships. She said she wanted to do more scenes with Lena Headey, Miss Cersei. Like I said before, you might get tired of me bringing it up, but I will never get tired of speaking about it. I will never forgive them. I will never forget how they so carelessly and recklessly destroyed the character of Daenerys Targaryen, first of her name, Mother of Dragons, the Unburnt, the Breaker of Chains, the rightful heir to the Seven Kingdoms. I'll never forget it. So there's this really wild conspiracy theory that has become extremely popular about Oprah. It spread so far and wide that she had to get up on her Twitter, whether it was her or her publicist, whatever, had to get up on her Twitter and say, girl, no ma'am, I'm not doing anything except trying to prevent myself from catching this virus. Everybody stay safe, bloop, bloop. And it's crazy because, like I said, I don't trust Oprah. I am not one to come out here defending her for anything. That's just on period. And I don't put any type of behavior past the billionaires like her. But the way in which this information, or lack thereof, spread so quickly without any legitimate sources, without any legitimate proof, I'm just like, everybody was talking about, oh, well, girl, Oprah got kids locked up in her basement without anybody giving me no type of facts. It's crazy. I think in general, the most insane conspiracy theories, putting Oprah aside in general, are the ones where people really think that these people, these rich people, or the government who wants to keep certain things secret would leave symbols and clues in all of every single one of their pictures and every single one of their interviews, or every single piece of media that they release. They would leave symbols and clues for you to connect the dots and leave a trail that directly leads to the secrets that they were trying to keep hidden. I mean, y'all have coronavirus conspiracy theories getting a whole lot of traction. Y'all got Oprah conspiracy theories. I'm just like, my goodness, girl. And like I said, it's not like far-fetched to think that a billionaire would do this shit, but I'm just like, at what point is actual, factual, and credible information more important than looking funny and cool on the internet for retweets? Since I mentioned the coronavirus, let's just go ahead and talk about what's been going on. If you have not been online recently, you will not know why Vanessa Hudgens has been in the hot seat. She took herself onto one of her lives to say this.
Yeah, till July sounds like a bunch of bullshit. I'm sorry. But it's a virus. I get it. I respect it. But at the same time, even if everybody gets it, yeah, people are gonna die. It's just terrible, but inevitable? I don't know. Maybe I shouldn't be doing this right now.
I think she was really pressed that either Coachella wasn't happening or something like that. These girls are from Vanessa Hudgens to all the people down there in Miami for spring break, they're so mad. We've been, all year we've been planning for this. The coronavirus ain't really that serious. Y'all need to just sit your ass down. If I get it, I get it, and that's it. So it's just like, wow, girl. There were a lot of people dragging her for obvious reasons. Some people were just like, y'all need to stop and calm down. It's not that serious. Let this girl live. And people responded to that with what y'all talking about, girl? She's a whole ass 31. At first she said y'all are taking my comments out of context. Then she came out here with this, usual Notes app apology. That's it. It's just, I find it really interesting that while that was going on, Miss Sharpay, Miss Ashley Tisdale was over here giving us, High School Musical choreography. I love the fact that when Twitter saw this, when social media saw this, they were just like, this is even more proof that Sharpay was the actual hero and old girl was the villain. We already knew that Sharpay spent her whole life, her whole educational career dedicated to musical theater, and here comes this girl, with no type of training, no background, trying to steal her spot. We already knew that, but this just gives us more insight, more understanding as to why Sharpay deserved so much more. There are apparently reports that the government is looking into a plan to pay individuals a certain dollar amount to get them through this coronavirus crisis. This is coming from the Associated Press. The Treasury is calling for two $250 billion cash infusions to individuals. A first set of checks issued starting April 6th, and then the second wave would hit mid-May. Now, of course, I read reports like this. I don't really get get excited because there's a lot of like, oh, proposals, we plan to, or the Treasury wants to, all those types of things. I'm used to politicians dangling checks and money in front of our faces or dangling plans in front of our faces. I will believe it when I see it. Like I said on Twitter, I was like, I will believe it when I see it, when it's in my account and it's not pending. I'll go into a little bit more detail. The plan, it needs to first of all be approved by Congress. And at first I was like, oh yeah, the Senate is probably gonna have a hard time approving that bullshit. They're the party of, oh, entitlements, no handouts. So I was like, I don't know how well that would go. But then I read further. The AP said the Treasury plan is also recommending $50 billion to stabilize airlines, $150 billion to issue loan guarantees to other struggling sectors, and $300 billion for small businesses. So I'm just like, okay, maybe the girls over there will be more prone to try and accept this type of plan if we're trying to bail out these businesses, especially big businesses. I'm like, okay, maybe they'll get down with that. I found it very interesting that the leaders at Boeing, they said, girl, we won't have enough money. If y'all don't come in and save us, if the government does not come in and bail us out, we're going to run out of money. And I'm just like, why aren't these same talking points that y'all use against working class and poor people, why aren't those same talking points used against these companies? What happened, girl? Y'all need to stop buying too much avocados, honey. Stop buying guacamole. You know what I mean? Why don't y'all save y'all money? I mean, it's really easy for y'all to do that, especially when you're sitting on top of billions of dollars. What are y'all doing? A lot of the money, I already know, girl, a lot of the money that y'all have goes into buying back these stocks and shit. It's just the clown is literally coming back to bite y'all. The MTA says it needs a $4 billion bailout. The same girls that were hiring police officers to beat y'all up in the subways and tackle y'all over $2 fares. Y'all need $4 billion. Where's the money going? It ain't going into the subways. It really is not, because the girls, the rats are over there, they're twerking. The rats are twerking on the railroad tracks. The cockroaches are just literally having whole underground parties with y'all shit. The tunnels smell like piss. The tiles are falling off the walls. It's dirty. Where's the money going? Why y'all need $4 billion, Henny? MTA, I wonder if your situation would look a little bit different if all the money you were sucking in from the public actually went into taking care of the damn trains and stuff, making sure people were in a safe and clean environment. I wonder if your situation would look a little differently. Maybe people would not feel as horribly to pay that damn $2 fare. I wonder how different your situation would look if you weren't so busy hiring cops at the stops for certain demographics, for certain areas. I just really wonder about that. So the economic price that this country is going to have to pay for being so horribly unprepared, for being so reckless, for ignoring whole groups of people that have been crying out for years, for having shitty or no social safety nets, it's going to be drastic. And they're saying that even this plan, I think it's like $1 trillion plan, is not going to be enough. The dollar amount that they're looking to give individuals, they're saying that shit is still not going to be enough. So I don't know. A lot of people are just like, oh girl, if y'all get checks, if y'all get $1,000 checks, if y'all get $2,000 checks, I'm like, I don't know. Like, I believe it when I see it. If y'all get $2,000 check, $1,000 checks from Trump, y'all still gonna be mad at his ass? Hell yeah. What you mean? That's the least that his assaulting, abusing, racist, xenophobic, idiotic, incompetent, destructive, conniving, bribing, rigging, selfish, narcissistic ass could do, girl. If you don't get that check, because we deserve more than that shit at this point, take your ass to the polls and vote him out in November. It's just really that simple. One day people should realize that a check or money should not burn away your moral standing, and I feel like if it can do that so easily, then it really wasn't that strong to begin with. On that note, I hope that you are having or will have a great week. Remember to just read the information that you need to know, and then sit your ass down, protect your peace. I love you all so much. Make sure you check out my Patreon at patreon.com/AdrianExpression. Thank you for watching. Make sure that you have a good goddamn evening.